Hello and welcome to Greetingstar. I'm so glad you could join me today. Hi guys, I'm back today with this lovely card, and I made it using some stamp and die sets from Spellbinders. It's the Sweet Serenade Notecards collection. You can see the two in red here that I'm going to use. And this is the first die set. It's called Sweet Sayings Notecard Sentiment Dies. It's S41148. You can see that you get several words. You can use them to create a saying, or you can just use some of the single words like this hello here. That can be used by itself, and also this thanks here. That can be used by itself, of course. Or you can arrange sort of like a little saying like for you, or a note for you, or to you, or a note to you. Lots of different things that you can do with this. You can also say a note to you. You can say hello to you, or thanks to you, so on and so forth. Lots of different sayings you can put together with these different words. I think they're just a lovely font as well. I love those beautiful flourishes on the ends of those words. I think it's beautiful. And then this set is a stamp and die set. It's called Lyrical Layered Florals, and it's SDS 170. And this is just beautiful. I love this stamp set. It's a layering stamp set, and you can see it creates this beautiful floral swag, and it also stamps and cuts out the word happy birthday. So you can see that these stamps here are numbered, so that way you know which one to stamp first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So there's 5 stamps that you can layer up. Now I'm only going to layer up the first 4 today. I didn't do the fifth one. So I'm using some cardstock from Spellbinders. This is called Dahlia, and you can buy it in an assorted pack that comes with other colors, and you'll get 2 of these sheets, or you can buy it, I think, like in a pack of 10. Okay, and I'll have that linked down below, as well as the dies that I'm using today as too. Okay, so I just cut out the word hello from this Dahlia cardstock, and I did it several times. And you're going to want to keep this piece because I do have another video coming up shortly that will show you how to use that to create another card. So I like using dies in unique ways. So today what I'm going to do is set that piece aside and use these die cut hellos on the front of my card. I'm going to adhere them kind of in a pattern, sort of like a repeated pattern. I'm just going to lay these all out here, and I will use the pieces and the parts of the hello to go off the edge to make it look like it's a sort of a flowing seamless pattern. And I'm just using this tool-in-one to poke out those little pieces that I don't need for this card, but save those because I will be using those in the next card that I'm going to show you in a couple of days. So don't throw those away. All right, you won't need all of them. You only need a few. So but just keep them anyway, and then when you're done with the card you can throw the rest away if you choose to. Okay, so just using some Tombow Mono here to adhere the word hello. Now I have seen other people use those double-sided adhesive sheets where they adhere the one side of the adhesive sheet to the piece of paper, and then they run it through their die cut machine, and then when they take it out they just have to peel off the back, and then they have a sticker sort of like. Or I know some people still have those Xyron machines that create stickers for them. So however you want to do this, it's up to you. I just went ahead and used my Tombow Mono because that's what I had handy, and I tend to seem to always use that. It's kind of like my go-to. So anyway, I'm just laying these hellos out like this. I kind of staggered it diagonally, and then I filled in the gaps. So that's kind of the way I did this pattern, but you could do a different pattern. It's entirely up to you how you choose to lay it out, but I kind of like the look of this. And you know, it's not necessarily exactly perfect, like those 2 hellos at the bottom are a little bit closer to each other than the top 2, but that's okay. It still looks nice. I know that things like that sometimes we can be perfectionists with, and that's okay. I mean, if that's your thing and you really want it to be like perfect and it really bothers you, then go ahead and fix it if you don't like it. But otherwise, you know, don't let those things trip you up, because I think sometimes things like that stop us from making cards, and we shouldn't let it, because making cards is so much fun. And I know that the people who get them, it really brings a smile to their face. So I think it's a great thing to don't be so hard on yourself. You know, just have fun making cards and don't worry about it. At least that's my motto anyway. I love making cards, and I'm not going to let little things like that get in my way. Okay, so I decided that I needed a couple more hellos, so I went ahead and used another piece of paper to cut out these 2 extra hellos because I needed more than those pieces were giving me. Because again, I wanted it to look like the pattern was flowing, so I just cut it out 2 more times. And I think that looks great. So I'm just using this piece of paper to line it up so it sits on the same line as the other hello that's on that line. So you can see I'm lining it up to the top there. There we go. And I don't even think you'll be able to see the E at all, or the O, but that's okay. Alrighty. On to the stamping. So what I did is I used these distress inks, and I used Peacock Feathers and Stormy Sky, and then I used Spun Sugar and Worn Lipstick. So the Peacock Feathers and the Stormy Sky is going to be for the leaves, and the pinks are going to be for the flowers. So the reason I used Peacock Feathers because it's kind of like a teal color, and on the color wheel, if you have that dahlia color, it's kind of like a salmon color. So that's kind of like a red-orange. So the opposite of that, the complementary color of that, is a blue-green. So that's kind of like the teal color or a turquoise color. And I didn't have any, I only had like sort of like, I did have a teal color in the Memento inks, my Dewdrop inks, but it was too blue. So I decided to go with my Distress inks. Now I know that Distress inks normally don't stamp very well on, but I think that it depends on your cardstock. This is some Snowdrift cardstock from Spellbinders, and it worked beautifully. I didn't have any splotches or anything. I mean, it was a solid image that it created here, so I think that would work fine. And then the Stormy Sky just stamped those leaves there. Now, when you're layering these, you just want to be sure that you're going to position them correctly. So I don't know if you can see there, but those 2 flowers need to be positioned on that stem, so that will help you. And then also you want to make sure that the bottom portion of this floral element lines up with those leaves on the bottom, and that there's not any white space. You don't want to overlap the leaves, but you want them to touch right at the base. So you can see there that on the right side, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's just a little bit of white space, which is okay. I could go back in and touch it up, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's fine. So you can see there I use my tweezers to show you that. Okay, so now I'm going to move on, and this is the beautiful, it looks like a rose to me, but this is going to add some definition to those other buds, and also to the rose on the front. I'm not sure if it's a rose or not. I'm not good with flower names. I just love all flowers. They're beautiful. Okay, so this is the Worn Lipstick. And I'm using that Expo eraser. I know I've seen that's kind of the new thing in the craft world, is using those tools to apply even pressure to your stamp. But I just use my Expo eraser, and that works well too. Okay, so this is the die that coordinates with this stamp set. I think that's a beautiful swag. Now you can see here that I had done this previously with these Clean Color Zig markers, but I love the color, but it kind of had a splotchy effect. So I mean, it's up to you. You can do either one. I will share with you down below the colors for the Clean Color Zig markers that I used, but I also decided to go ahead and add some definition to these to this floral swag by using this Wink of Stella glitter brush. And you know, this worked out beautifully. I like the effect of it, and it didn't interact with the Distress ink or change the color, so that was nice, because I know that it's reactive with water, so this glitter stuff obviously is not water-based. Okay, so that's it for my card today. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. In a couple days, I'll have that other card I was talking about. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Thumbs up and like is the same thing. I always say that. But you can also hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos. So thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.